let's make some oxtail. When I think of comfort food, oxtail is definitely at the top of my list. I found some leftover oxtail in my freezer, so I went ahead and just re-seasoned it with these seasonings that you see on the screen. The only thing that I did different this time was just add some browning. I mixed this in really well before heating a pot with some oil and some sugar and letting this caramelize before adding in my oxtail so that it can have a nice sear. I seared my oxtail in batches, making sure not to overcrowd the pot, and flipping thoroughly to make sure both sides were nicely coated but not burnt. And then in the meantime, I just began working on my broth that I'm going to be adding to my oxtail so that it can simmer in. And I basically just combined like the leftover marinade that I had in my Ziploc plus the new one. And then I added some ketchup and some beef bouillon. If you did want to go ahead and use some beef stock or beef broth, by all means. In that same pot, I sauteed some scallion, garlic, bell peppers, and onions. And I just did this until it was fragrant. And then I added in my meat and I mixed this all together until everything was well combined. I added in my broth, making sure it was covering the top of my meat along with some allspice and some thyme spray. I let this simmer for 3 hours on low heat, maybe mixing about once or twice, but that's it. Ugato kone, nous allons manger. Bye!